If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood. I love you, morning wood, with a love so rare and true.
Rise and shine. Happy Devil's Sunday. This is The Morning Woo, coming to you live from an undisclosed location in beautiful Illinois. On this Sunday morning, it's snowing out here in Chicago. About to get on my flight in a few hours from now. Oh, man. This hotel I'm staying in. I guess there was a big party last night or something. Kids screaming at 2 a.m. 2:30 a.m. I called the front desk saying, hey, kids are running wild on all 6 floors of this hotel called the Doubletree by Hilton, and absolutely nothing was done about it. And I'm thinking, okay, when I do the morning woo, I'm going to be as loud as I want. So I'm going to be as loud as I want, even though it's, 7:10 a.m. Central Time here, live. I see some of those people in the YouTube live. Max, despite a 5-game skid, only 4 points out somehow. I think it's 4 games. Is it 4 games? Or 4 points from the top of the Metro, says Max. Chris Ladd, happy Devil's Sunday to you. Team needs a major identity change. It can't just be jack or bust. You see, you used a key word there, Chris Ladd, team. That's the problem with the New Jersey Devils. That's the problem with analytics. It's all individual based. How they do their evaluation, scouting. But if you want to win in the National Hockey League, you have to win as a team. I get it, Jack Hughes is out. I get it, Jack Hughes is a first overall pick, generational type player. But the fact of the matter is he gets hurt a lot. Whether it's his fault or not, it doesn't matter. He gets hurt a lot. And you've got to build a team with or without Jack Hughes. And right now, the New Jersey Devils are struggling. Brendan Dillon, I don't think this is a case of the players not caring. They obviously care. It's just they are a lost ship right now without a compass. Mentally speaking, I have faith in Sheldon Keefe. This is not a coaching issue. I think, honestly, the Devils need to really, really figure this thing out within the locker room. I know a lot of people are asking Fitzy to make a trade, but the same problem will exist even after player changes are made. And you have to question, where has Jesper Bratt been? Is it bad luck? Is it he's just not able to score goals this season? I don't know. Timo Meier, I think his effort's there. Just watching Timo Meier, again against Columbus, I thought he had a hell of a game. I think Timo Meier, look, he had the lone goal yesterday, but we need more from Timo Meier, unfortunately. But really, I talked about this after the Devils gave up those 3 goals in 26 seconds against the Philadelphia Flyers. And I even got in an argument with Scotty and Beer Baron about that game. And we're going to talk about it on the Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast, because I'm going to pull out that clip literally predicting this free fall that is happening right now with your New Jersey Devils. When you look at the body language, how upset they get, I don't know, or how down they get after giving up a goal in that game against the Flyers. Again, something needs to change, because you're going to give up goals, whether they're lucky goals or they're good goals or whatever. But I question, and I don't want to generalize speaking, but I kind of question the mental toughness of this team. Every team goes through slumps. Every team goes through adversity. Some more than others. Doesn't matter. When you talk about adversity, a lot of it's subjective. Whether it's injuries, whether it's a bad locker room, or whether it's a bad coach, or just bad luck. You got to figure out a way to win. And do the Devils have the right players in that locker room? I think they have a good nucleus. I believe that they have players like Brendan Dillon that, after that faceplant, he tried to come back. He's like the heart and soul of that blue line right now. But simply, and I joked around about this on X when I posted, hashtag goals for Jake and Markey, because the Devils are simply not scoring goals right now. And again, they got to go back to the fundamentals and basics that got them that 8-game winning streak earlier in the season. Remember, they were having injuries. 1 injury per night during that 8-game winning streak, but they were still winning. Why? Is it because it was early in the season and teams haven't warmed up yet? No, I don't think so. When the team is hot, they're hot. But what makes champions is when you're not hot and you try to find a way to win and beat the opponent. That's when you have a real team that comes together. And right now, honestly, they need to get back to basics. Last night, I thought it was a better effort than the previous 2 games, where they looked so lethargic and just the 2 shutouts back to back at home was such uninspiring hockey. At least last night against the Bruins, I mean, they outshot the Bruins, but again, the Bruins, they found a way to win. Going to take a look at some of the comments here in the YouTube live. Max says, honestly, seeing them in person, they look good for most part of the last night. Just non-threatening offense and dumb defensive zone turnovers is what did us in. And why are these turnovers happening? That's another question. Luke Hughes needs to work on his shot if he wants to shoot that much. Just put the puck on net. I think a lot of times they're telegraphing, the New Jersey Devils are telegraphing their shots, looking for pinpoint accuracy and just put it on net. Because look, if a goaltender can see that puck on the blade of your stick, especially in the National Hockey League, they're going to save it every single time. I did a bad explanation about this on Devils After Dark afterwards when I was talking to Shorts Guy and Vinny Parisi, but me personally, I think, you know what, don't think, shoot. I think that has to be the mindset of the New Jersey Devils if they're going to generate some offense. Don't think, shoot. Because if you think and you hold on to that puck on the blade of your stick, it gives the goaltender ample time to set up, and you're telegraphing your shot. You're not hiding it. It's on the blade of your stick, whether you take a wrist shot, slap shot, whatever. It gives the goalie time to set up. Stop the perfection. Just throw it on net. If it misses, it misses. Bounces happen. You got to go hard to the net. You got to be opportunistic around the crease to get goals. It's not that hard. And how many times have we seen during this losing streak, this skid against Columbus, the second half of the game against Columbus, or against Dallas, or Vegas? What has happened? They're holding the stick too tight. They're looking for the perfect pass, the perfect shot, and sometimes too many passes. Don't think, shoot. And good things will happen. And I hope the Devils players are listening to this podcast because it's, again, I'm not going to question their talent. I'm not going to question their heart. Okay? I will question their ability to, why they get so down on themselves at times. When you're down 2-0, that's the time to rally around each other. Everybody has to be an everyday leader. If you're going to have a team, everybody has to be an everyday leader. It doesn't have to be Nico Hischier with the C on his sweater or Palat with the A on his jersey. Or Jesper Bratt as well. It's got to be everybody. Whether you're the goaltender, defenseman, penalty killer, forward, left wing, right wing, it doesn't matter. The best players you have on your team are the ones that are on the ice at that given moment. You're only as good as your weakest link. This team has enough firepower to get through all these injuries. Maybe Jack Hughes is that good where he masks all the problems of the New Jersey Devils. But now, remember when Jack Hughes went down? I said, now this is the time to see what this team is really like without Jack Hughes. And they're barely a NHL 500 team right now. That's just the reality. Not to be a negative Nancy, but that's the reality of it. I know a lot of fans, pundits, are blaming Tom Fitzgerald for not having kind of having an underwhelming offseason. But to be honest with you, the Luke Hughes contract took a little bit of time. Again, sometimes it's better not to do too much. And I get it. You want Tom Fitzgerald to make that move. But reality is he's made a lot of moves in the last 5 years But the team still has that same old Devils. Same old Devils. They just fold like a bunch of cards when it gets tough. Again, I pointed this out after that Flyers game a few weeks ago in Philly. Just something is not right. And do you need to make a shakeup with this team? I like to question everything. I like to question if Nico Hischier should have the C on his jersey. I like to question this goaltending. Are these the ones that we should be going with? I like to question the defense right now with Luke Hughes and Nemec. Lately, defensively, they haven't been very good defensively. Shimon Nemec went on a tear last month, but now he's kind of come back to reality a little bit. You know, this whole thing about, wanting, more scoring, top six forward. And I'll harp on it again. You had Logan Cooley sitting right on your laps at that draft. It's not that hard. You take the best available. I get it. Nemec has done really, really, really well. But Logan Cooley is the real deal. And we knew at the time that Jack Hughes may be injury prone or has had a lot of injuries. Again, I'm not faulting Jack Hughes about that. But the reality is you don't have a backup plan when Jack Hughes goes down. And he's gone down quite a bit. That's why I wanted Logan Cooley in that draft. But what's done is done. Nothing you can do about it now. You have Shimon Nemec, who is, developing into, one of the stars in the league. Okay, so let's read some of the comments here in the YouTube Live. I said, at Mark by 8ZD. This team has had a one-man player team. They never used to be that under Lou Lamoriello. Guys spend tons of money on that team out of all 5 GMs. Durango Steve says they are cursed. What, the Chicago cut incident? Power play is bad. Fitz is a terrible GM. The guy accomplished nothing as a player nor as an executive ever. I wouldn't go that far. I don't think he's a terrible GM, but I don't think he's a great GM either. But he has the opportunity to become a great GM. But I think oftentimes he just carries out what the owners want. IDK says, I like Jack Hughes. I like Jack Hughes too. You could compare Fitz to the Yankees GM, the 2 dumpster dive for players. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the other thing in this freaking analytics world. Like, everybody's looking for the diamond in the rough. You look in the for that next player. But again, let's try to simplify the process. All right, let's stop looking for the diamond in the rough and let's look for the players that are going to get you to where you need to be. Now, I get it. There's a salary cap, okay? You do need a captologist to figure out where to best budget your annual salaries with a salary cap. I get it. Right now, with goaltending, you're essentially spending about $8 million tops on 2 veteran goaltenders. That's not bad. But right now, with Pesce out, Kovacevic out, the blue line decimated where you're playing Cholowski a lot of minutes. Colton White as well has filled in. Again, it goes back to the offense, though, right now. This is an offense problem the Devils have right now. I mean, Columbus, I mean, that was a great game. I mean, they had the fights, they had all this stuff. And by the way, the Columbus Blue Jackets, that last game of the season on New Year's Day, I mean, that's going to be a fun game to end out the 2025 calendar year. Max says, for the last time, you can't trade players that have no movement clauses in their contract. However, it's Fitzy's fault that he put NMC in their contracts. But, you know, I'll tell you, this team, you've already have Timo Meier, Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier. The bottom six has failed. The bottom six has failed in the last few games. Where are you going to find that offensive scoring? It's got to come from the bottom six. But we'll discuss that more in depth on the 9 p.m. Eastern edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. As I'm about to fly out, and you know what's really, you know what sucks? I'm screwed up with the time zone. I got one computer that says this time. I got my phone saying another. I don't know. Bright spots. Angus Crookshank looks good. Yeah. You know why he looks good, Max? Because he wants to be there. You need guys to be hungry. And I hate to say it, but I think Sheldon Keefe should start really, you know, he wants to hold guys accountable, but, you know, with the amount of injuries that they've had, but I don't know. If it were up to me, I'd hope Fitzy would do this. Start calling some guys from Utica. I don't care about the talent level at this point. Give me guys that are hungry and willing to play and put that puck on net. Got to get some offensive scoring now. All right. Well, I want to thank all those tuning in, dropping the podcast in about 10, 20 minutes. This fine programming called The Morning Woo. I was going to say sayonara to Chicago. Excellent. It was an excellent, beautiful wedding. It's one of the best weddings that I've been to in a very long time. Vinny Parisi's wedding. And again, when I look at weddings, I'm not looking at just the glitz and glamour, and there was some of that, but just people coming together and just having fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of love everywhere. The couple, Vinny and Katie. It was an excellent time. The food was freaking tremendous. Vinny's mom can cook. Vinny's brother can bake. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I have some of the food here in the hotel room. Well, whatever. Anyway. All right, so I'm going to get out of here because I got to pack. I got like 15, 20 minutes to pack, head to the airport. But luckily, I got clear because I hate lines. Let's see here. Hitting the button right now. I got to fade up. So let's do the ceremonial sip. Here's to the offense. Let's figure this out on the 9 p.m. Eastern edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. I salute you to the Devils fans that are hanging in there. I salute you. Till next time, let's go Devils.
Morning